It was a cold and dark night on April 14, 1912. The RMS Titanic, the largest and most luxurious ship ever built, was sailing across the North Atlantic Ocean on its maiden voyage from Southampton, England, to New York City, USA. On board were more than 2,200 passengers and crew members, including some of the richest and most famous people in the world. They were enjoying the comforts and amenities of the ship, such as the elegant dining saloon, the grand staircase, the swimming pool, and the library. They had no idea that their journey was about to end in disaster. At 11:40 p.m., the Titanic struck an iceberg that had drifted into its path. The impact caused a series of holes along the ship's starboard side, allowing water to flood into 6 of its 16 watertight compartments. The ship's captain, Edward J. Smith, realized that the Titanic was doomed to sink. He ordered the crew to send out distress signals and prepare the lifeboats for evacuation. However, there were not enough lifeboats for everyone on board. Only 1,178 people could be saved, while the rest would have to face a watery grave. Among the passengers who faced this terrible dilemma was a young couple named Jack Phillips and Rose DeWitt Bucater. They had met and fallen in love on board the Titanic, despite coming from different social classes and backgrounds. Jack was a poor artist who had won his ticket in a poker game, while Rose was a wealthy heiress who was engaged to a cruel and arrogant tycoon named Cal Hockley. Rose had decided to leave Cal and run away with Jack, but their plans were shattered by the collision. As the Titanic began to sink, Jack and Rose tried to find a way to escape together. They faced many obstacles and dangers along the way, such as Cal's attempts to kill them, the panic and chaos among the passengers and crew, and the rising water levels inside the ship. They managed to reach the boat deck, where they saw that most of the lifeboats had already left. Jack urged Rose to get on one of the remaining boats, but she refused to leave him behind. She jumped back onto the ship and reunited with Jack. They decided to stay together until the end. The Titanic's final moments were dramatic and horrifying. The ship broke in half and plunged into the ocean, dragging hundreds of people with it. Jack and Rose managed to survive by clinging to a wooden door that floated on the surface. However, they were not safe yet. The water was freezing cold, and hypothermia began to set in. Jack told Rose to hold on and never let go. He sacrificed his own life to keep her warm and alive. He died in her arms, while she whispered "I love you" to him. Rose was eventually rescued by a lifeboat that returned to look for survivors. She was one of only 705 people who made it out alive from the Titanic disaster. She later changed her name to Rose Dawson and started a new life in America. She never forgot Jack or their love story. She kept a precious memento of their time together, a rare diamond necklace called the Heart of the Ocean, which Cal had given her as a gift. She wore it until she was an old woman. In 1996, Rose learned that a team of treasure hunters had found the wreck of the Titanic at the bottom of the ocean. They were looking for the Heart of the Ocean, which they believed was still on board. Rose contacted them and revealed that she had the necklace all along. She agreed to tell them her story and show them the necklace. However, she had a surprise for them. She threw the Heart of the Ocean into the water, where it belonged. She wanted to return it to Jack and the Titanic, and to free herself from the past. She felt that she had lived a full and happy life, thanks to Jack's sacrifice and love. She had fulfilled his wish for her to make each day count. She had seen the world, had a family, and had many adventures. She was ready to join him in the afterlife. That night, she peacefully passed away in her sleep. She dreamed of being reunited with Jack on board the Titanic, where they kissed and embraced in front of all the other passengers and crew who had perished in the disaster. They were finally together again, in a place where nothing could separate them. This is the end of Rose's story, and of the Titanic story. But it is not the end of the eternal echoes that this event has left in our hearts and minds. The Titanic disaster has inspired countless books, movies, songs, and artworks over the years. It has also sparked a lot of interest and research into the history and science of the ship and its sinking. It has taught us valuable lessons about human nature, courage, sacrifice, love, and survival. The Titanic story is a story that sends shivers down your spine, but also warms your soul. It is a story that makes you cry, but also makes you smile. It is a story that reminds you of the fragility and beauty of life, and of the power and mystery of love. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something new. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. And don't forget to share your thoughts and feelings about the Titanic story in the comments below. I would love to hear from you.